What's happening, people? So, last couple days, well, day. Yesterday I was washing old Huckleberry here, and like I said, it just has so much buildup on this paint. It just sent me for a loop. I was trying my best to think of something to get it off, to clean it up, to get it to get back to something. So I'm sitting there doing dishes today, and I bought some stuff, and when I bought it was cleaning the dishes. Like, man, this stuff really cleans this dishes. It takes all the grease off. It takes everything off. This stuff is great. It's awesome. Um, there you go. So, all right, this right here, Dawn Power Wash. I was like, shoot, man. Yeah, what if I kind of washed the truck with that, and see what would happen? So, um, I did it, and I kind of did some other things. So one of the things I did was used a magic eraser. Now, I'm telling you, people, do not put a magic eraser on your car, especially if it's a newer car. It is going to tear the paint up. It will scratch the fool out of it. But with this old truck, I was like, let it go, let it fly. Let me just wipe it down and see what happens here. So I got me a little area and wiped it down, cleaned it up, and I'm gonna do a step-by-step on how I did this. But on top of that, after I did everything, I got this stuff right here. Now, let me tell you, that stuff right there ain't no joke. It is expensive. That little polish thing right there was about I think it was about $50 for that, just for that little container there. I mean, does it put a shine? Does it put a yeah, it does. I mean, and but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you what I did, and I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the whole truck. I'm gonna get the whole truck and do this process. It's gonna take me a hot minute. I mean, it's gonna take me a hot minute to do this, which is fine. But I'll show you the little process. I pick a little corner that's kind of inconspicuous and do it. So I'll do you a step by step of what I did and how I did it, and so we'll go through it. So the first process would be, I was just gonna, I'll use a pressure washer, or I'll just use a garden hose and wash the truck down real good. I'm gonna just do this spray bottle here, kind of represent, what I'm doing here. And all this is just straight up water, nothing fancy, nothing extravagant, and let it go with that. And you can still see that black underneath it and everything, and it still is kind of that black stuff ain't coming up for nothing. I'm gonna take my power wash, my Dawn Power Wash. I'm gonna foam it down pretty good here. Like I said, I'm just doing this little spot just to kind of give y'all a heads up of how I do it, how I did that other side, and how it turned out. And then just kind of go over it. Now, like I said, this magic eraser, I'm telling you, people, don't put it on your truck. Don't put it on your car. It will tear the paint up. And you'll see after I get this done, and all I'm doing is just going over it until it feels smooth. I'm not putting a bunch of elbow grease into it. I'm not putting a bunch into it. I'm just going over it until it feels, smooth to the touch. Because these magic erasers, they will take the finish off of a vehicle. Now, if I see an area that looks like it's kind of a little bit more dirtier than the other, I'm gonna add a little bit more elbow grease to it and kind of get it done here. So there's my first step. Now what I got down here is just a bucket, a little pail of hot water. I'm just gonna take my hot water and you know, rub it off a little bit. Got a little rag in here. Rinse this off. Kind of rinse it down pretty good. Give it a look. See what I'm looking at here. You know, it, like I said, it takes off that black stuff pretty good here. So dry it off a little bit. Kind of give you a heads up of what I'm looking at here as I dry it down. But as you can see, that's before I put the sealant on it, and it did just what I said. It's going to take off that top layer of clear coat. There is no doubting that, in no way. So I got a little black stuff right up here, and I'm gonna take it again. Take my magic eraser, and I'm just trying to get this black off of here. Now, would clay barring do this? Yeah, and it would be a lot less aggressive. But it'd take you a hot flipping minute to get that clay bar to get it done right. So let me get this cleaned up. I'll come back with you. All right, so as you can see, after I did a good scrubbing, that it's really taking that top layer off. So I'm gonna use my ceramic coating stuff and go over it, and I'll show you guys. I just use my buffer, the wheel there, put a little bit on there, use my buffer and buff it in real good and go over it kind of good there. All right, now that I got it nice and dry, I'm gonna just take this stuff here and just kind of put it onto, kind of get a pre-coat on here, get it kind of rubbed in kind of good there. Just kind of wipe that off on my pants. Don't pay no attention to that. All right, so get this stuff off the truck so it don't fall off and I gotta clean up a big giant mess. Get my buffer here, turn her on. This is hard as crap one-handed. I'm gonna buff it, so I'll show you after I get done buffing. All right, so my sealant's on there, and and yet again, this stuff is not, it's not really made for polishing and bringing out the shine. It's a complete protector. That graphene, that ceramic, it puts a ceramic coating on it that it'll protect it, and pretty good. Goes on super thick. It does the trick. And like I said, for $50 for that little thing of it should. So I'm just wiping this back down, wiping it off, wiping the excess off, and getting it kind of cleaned up. Now, I mean, if I took a polish, a two-step polishing, like that P3, P4 stuff you see on TikTok and everything, that chemical guy stuff, and went back over this with that polish, I think it pretty much blast that stuff up. Now, like I said, it ain't shiny, but I also think that protectorant, the patina coating stuff that I'm gonna buy will also do the trick. But I'm just happy that I got rid of that black tree sap or whatever you want to call them. Got it off. But it's gonna take me a while. So, all right, thanks for jumping inside what my brain does while I'm sitting here, this old noodle up here, while I'm sitting here at home not doing much, just working around the house. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for watching. Bye.